Hey there, this is your girl, Angela D. Stribling, with a new After Sunday podcast. You know what? We're just getting back from the summer. We've been doing a lot of work in the community, and we are starting off this fall with some new and amazing guests. You know where to catch us every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. I'm going to share this to Facebook as well as TikTok. But this one, because he's such a special friend of mine, we're going to have a special segment, and this one will be airing this coming Friday at 10 a.m. The same on YouTube and on Facebook because he'll be sharing with you the reason why he has an amazing event coming to Pittsburgh. I'm going to introduce you to him. Some may know him, and to those who are new. And this is Mr. Cameron McCullum. How you doing today?
I'm good. And yourself?
Awesome. No complaints. No complaints. Busy as ever, but I'm not complaining. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So let
Thanks
the
for
viewers
having me.
know who you are and what do you do?
Okay, my name is Cameron McCullum. I am a drummer, percussionist, band leader. I hail from, well, I reside currently in Detroit, Michigan. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And yeah, what else you want to
Okay.
know?
I want to know how you got started with such a amazing career.
I started as long as they've been calling me Cameron. So about 3 years old, I've been playing drums.
Awesome, awesome. And I mean, was it a gift? Was it somebody, did somebody buy you drums? How did you come to want to play?
Well, it's like I said, as long as I've known, but there was three individuals that really played a pivotal part that sparked the desire to want to do music,
Sure.
and that was Philip Russell, LeBar Stansberry, and my uncle Lynn Johnson.
Okay.
Those three individuals basically lit the match to what I wanted to basically do for the rest of my life. Okay.
Wow.
Yep. So I've been doing it ever since
And
then.
you know that gift. And yeah, because you're originally from Pittsburgh. You originally was a member of Calvary
Yep.
Baptist
All right.
Church, our church, which I still
Mhm.
attend. And how did you start to actually perform there?
What happened was when like I said, because Philip Russell, I assume he was the minister of music. Him and LeBar Stansberry. Okay,
Okay.
those two were basically, to me, they were like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X to me. Because when I saw them, I wanted to do that. I wanted to, because they were one with their instrument. They knew the
Uh-huh.
history behind the music.
Right.
They had their own standing in their own groups. They were very prevalent, had status in the GMWA, which is the Gospel Music Workshop of America. So that's like
Okay.
a big corporation of gospel choirs and choruses and things like that. So they had big standings in that. And they were teachers too. They were composers.
Okay.
So I wanted to do that. I wanted people make them feel good and usher them into the worship experience and everything like that. I
Okay.
wanted people make people happy, with
Yeah.
my music and make myself happy as well.
Right. And
Yeah.
so I guess that was really your call to
Basically, you can say that,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
You know. And
To
so
become
how I
a musician.
got into the Calvary thing was that there was, matter of fact, it was a GMWA concert. Labar was brother Labar. He was like, I guess he was like a representative of, because every city had a chapter in the
Gotcha.
GMWA. So in
Gotcha.
all 50 states they have chapters, and he was like the, I guess, the one of the chairs of that Pacific chapter. So every year that he would honor a set of individuals who were unsung heroes in the gospel community in Pittsburgh
Okay.
and everything like that. So that particular concert, they didn't have a drummer.
Got you. Got you.
So it was Rodney McBride on organ and the late AJ Woodfield on piano.
Okay.
So at that time, I was playing African drums at that time. So I was playing professional. I
Ah,
started playing
okay.
professionally at 8, and I
Wow.
was in an organization called the Sankofa Village. So
Okay.
I had experience already prior to that.
Okay. Okay.
but I never played set before. So I said, well, it ain't too hard. I think I could do it.
Uh-huh.
And I just asked Mr. Rodney, could I play? He said, sure. I was like, okay, this guy don't even know. This is my first time ever playing, so we're gonna figure it out as we go. So
Right.
I'll never forget. I was behind the set. I was like, okay, we're gonna figure this out. And I did a halfway decent job, and then after that, it made me want to keep going. So that next
Yeah.
Sunday, I told the drummer at that time, Mike Jackson, I wanna I wanna play with y'all. I wanna learn. And then
Yeah.
he showed me stuff, and I got better and better and better. And I wouldn't stop leaving them alone. I kept getting on their nerves, so I just ended up playing with them.
And that's what you know, that's what you want to do when it's nagging at you and you're consistently, it's something consistently in
Mhm.
your heart and your mind that you want to do. And so would you travel around the Pittsburgh area other than churches, or you specifically stuck to churches at that time?
At that time, I was doing sure I was just strictly Calvary. That
Okay.
was it. Until
Okay.
I was in middle school, my music teacher knew I had a knack for playing drum set, and she said, "Well, my husband, he's a professional drummer. He could possibly give you some lessons."
Okay.
And I said, "Okay, cool." And so, I met up with him and found out that was James Johnson III.
Okay.
And so I was practicing at his house. He was showing me some rudiments and the fundamentals of drum set. And later on, I transferred over to AAMI. Well, I found out that his parents were the founders of the Afro American Music Institute.
Oh, wow.
So I was there.
Wow.
And I've learned, I was still doing set and everything like that. And then I started learning jazz. And I started learning R&B, different styles of music. And then
Okay.
from there, people started to know who I was, and they said, "Okay, Cameron, I need you for this gig. Can you play for this outing? Can you play for this event? Can you play for here?" So it
Wow.
started just to grow
Yeah,
after that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And how did you manage that at just such a young age? Were you blown away, or you
No,
just
I
let
was just
it was
I just
fun?
wanted to play.
Yeah,
I just wanted to play. That was my main thing. That's my fun. That's play. That's
yes,
it.
yes. And then at what age did you leave us and leave Pittsburgh?
I left in 2017. I was 17 years old.
Okay, okay. And what made you decide to leave? Was it something you always wanted to do?
No, my mother, my cousin, one of my cousins who lived in California, he wanted to visit all his family in the
Okay,
East Coast. Okay, so we went to different cities. So we went to Erie, we went to Pittsburgh, we went to Baltimore, we went to Washington, and then finally went to Detroit.
okay,
My We went to visit my great aunt in Detroit. She lived in Detroit.
okay,
And my mom fell in love with Michigan and everything like that. She liked the, different things that they were having down here. And we moved the following year.
okay,
So
okay.
we visited her in 2016. We moved the next year, 2017. And
Wow.
that was it.
And did you fit right in? Did your musical career, did it stall, or did God lead you to be able to just navigate and grow even in Detroit?
No, because people knew I was so hungry. So I kept, I was telling them, well, I'm going to be moving. Do you know of anybody in Michigan that could
Okay.
possibly help, me to start, and everything was ordered by God.
Yeah.
You know, how my musical upbringing was, everything was just straight.
Right.
And no,
Right.
like this. Some
Oh,
people have straight, like narrow type of upbringing. Mine was straight.
yeah.
Everything seemed like everything was ordered and
Yeah.
just hand in glove.
And consistent.
Yep. So my last gig was the guy who hired me. His name was Hill Jordan. Hill Jordan. He was one of the top working musicians in the city of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And he asked me to play for a Jewish wedding, and it was a four-piece band: horn, piano, bass, drums, four-piece.
Okay.
And the piano, I was, during break, I was talking to the musicians and stuff, and I told them this is my last gig here in Michigan until I move away. And they
Okay.
said, "Where are you going to?" I said, "Detroit, Michigan." And the keyboard player said, "Well, I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is a suburb outside of Detroit." And he
Okay.
said, "I can refer you to some people and everything like that." So that I think that next day or that night, he put me in a group chat with all the some of the well-known drummers in Detroit,
Get
and they
out.
all gave me a list of where to go and people to contact and everything like that. And so after that, it was just boom, 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 boom. I went to the jam sessions. I went to different churches
Yeah.
and let them know who I was and everything like that.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And
And so I understand that you actually have your own band now. How did that come
yep,
about?
that happened. The band has been in existence since 2017, but
Okay.
we haven't started. It wasn't on the road. It didn't start, going until 2 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. And we how it started was because my godmother her birthday is July 4th. So she
Okay.
celebrated every first Saturday of that month.
Okay.
Okay. And so she's been doing it for neons.
So she gonna have
And
her party, right?
yeah, so I gave her every gift known to man.
Okay.
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 And so I said, well, I won't be redundant in my gift giving. So I said I want to give her my gift, which is music.
Oh,
So I
nice.
so I called everybody, that was who I was close with in the music, community, and I said, "Hey, could you, help me play for my godmother?"
Uh-huh.
And they said, "Sure, I'll do it." And I said,
Oh,
"I'll pay you in barbecue."
right. That's a fair exchange.
They said, good deal, we'll
Right.
do it." And so after it was such a success the first year, we did it the next year after
Okay.
that, the next year after that. So we've been doing it. It became like a tradition. So
Awesome.
it's like we know there's gonna be a band there at her party, you know.
Right.
And so when I 2 years ago, I said I came up with the idea. I said, okay, well, why don't I bring that same concept up here and not just do it once a year, but do it 24/7, 7 days a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we started, and our band is a soul. I call it a soul band. So we play
Right.
jazz, R&B, and gospel. The three.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Awesome.
So we
Awesome.
have played at colleges, we've played at different churches, we've played at different festivals, we played at different restaurants and bistros and taverns. We've done it
Awesome.
all.
And
And
I'm grateful that, we reconnected because I just saw your stuff coming on social media and I'm like, that's Cameron. So tell our viewers that you'll now be coming back to Pittsburgh and when.
I'll be coming back Saturday, August 24th at
Yeah,
the Art and Soul Cafe. The address
awesome.
is 1125 Penn Avenue, Pittsburgh, PA. The zip code is 15222. Okay, we'll be playing from 7:30 to 10:30. The doors open at 6. Cover
Okay.
charge is 15 at the door, but if you do it online, it is $10. Now
Okay.
you can find those links if you do it online on my page at Cameron McCullum. That's CAMERON, or you can look right here. You
Right.
just type that my name in right here,
And it'll
and
pop up. Yeah.
yeah, right. I can't even
Yes.
right there. Yeah,
And it'll pop right up. I wish
yeah,
I won't be able to go, but I promise you the next time you are in
yeah.
town, I will definitely
Now,
come.
if y'all want a book, us the group, because you
Yeah,
know
that's another
what
thing.
makes our group very different from all the other bands and all the other
Okay.
jazz groups and R&B group is that there's different ages. I'm the youngest in my group. The oldest is about 70. Okay,
Really?
all different shades and colors, but all the thing that we have in common is we love music.
Yes, that's it.
So
That's
we have different people that have a dominating genre. Like I'm in the middle between jazz and R&B. We have a guy that's jazz influence. We have someone who's gospel influence. We have somebody who's R&B influence. So we have all these type of genres coming together
Yeah.
to produce this
And how old are
unique
you,
sound.
Cameron?
I am 24.
Oh, you are such a baby and such a gift to the world, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For you to play what type of what covers per se do you play?
Okay, we play. Give you in the jazz realm. We play stuff from the songbook of Norman Brown. We play stuff like stuff Will Down and Kim,
Oh,
the
nice.
Whispers. We play Robert Glasper. We play Shaka Khan. Things
What?
of things of that era.
I'm gonna miss Shaka Khan.
Yeah. So we play everything from that whole diaspora of
Yeah,
era, like from the
that's
'70s between early 2000s in that era.
yeah, that's powerful. That's so powerful.
And that
Um,
has a lot to do with my musical upbringing because I was the always the youngest in the band. If
yeah,
you look at Calvary, it's more of an older church,
yeah, exactly.
and so my personality was built off that,
Yeah,
and listening to
exactly.
what they listened to, and I just basically mimicked it,
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
heard. So
And I mean, when we were talking prior to our interview, you said you had the ability to hear somebody play and you could just remember that.
yeah, yeah. Like I'll give a shout out to one Ernest Pollard. Okay,
Okay.
he was the drummer of Calvary when I
Yeah.
started really playing. Now I give props to him because in the last 2 years of me being in Michigan, I
Uh-huh.
learned a whole. I mean, last few years of me being in Pennsylvania, I learned a whole lot,
Okay.
and that kind of really sparked me to want to be a band leader because I saw
Really?
him do it because he had his own band. He
Yeah.
hired his own musicians. I saw him with the business side of it
Yes.
and how he played his technique. So when he would play, he'll do a Sunday, right? Sunday night, I had a drum set at my godmother's house. And
Okay.
what he was playing, I would just remember it and I would just
Wow.
mimic it. And on
Wow.
Monday, because I live in an apartment, I didn't have a drum set. The only time
Right.
I had time to access a drum set was at my godmother's house, and that was on the weekend. She would take me to church. Right.
Okay.
So that whole week, I would just play it in my head. Just mimic what he said, what he played, and
Amazing.
mimic what he played, mimic what he played, how he played it, how he looked when he played. And then I just
What?
did it.
That's
I was seriously
again.
in music. I'm still am. I just all I
Are
do
you
is music.
are you are, and so
Mhm.
please, if you don't have anything to do Saturday in Pittsburgh, come check this young man out. I know it's going
Yeah.
to be an amazing, amazing performance. Or anything else you want to share that you would like our viewers to know?
This is a show that you don't want to miss. It's going to have a lot of surprises. It's going to have a lot of fun highs, and it's just going to be a really good event.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm so glad that we reconnected and I was able to interview you. And I'm definitely going to promote this and get the word out. Again, you can
My
catch us.
first interview.
Listen, and when you make
I
it,
knew you
'cause
were
you're
going
gonna
to say
make it, you can come back and say, I was my sister in Christ was my first interview. Because guess what? The plans God has for me too, we might be sitting together on a couch someday, sharing this same story, okay? So
that.
always has a first and it's never going to be our last. So I'm just grateful we was able to bring this together and
Yeah,
get
yeah.
this out. And again, this is Cameron McCullum. He's such a humble and gifted young man, and I'm
Thank you.
grateful that I can count him as one of my friends. We got more in store for this is just the beginning because you definitely know when God brings you back into the fold, it's for more than what we think it
Mm.
is. No, it is. So I'm just grateful that I can have you on the show. And of course, this is Angela D. Stribling with the new After Sunday podcast. Catch us on a special time at Friday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to drop this on Facebook, and you can definitely add this to your page so everybody can get the word out and know you're coming back to Pittsburgh. And as I always say, take care, stay blessed, and remember, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time. See ya.